Weapon fakes. There are a lot of good weapon fakes. One of them that overlaps between the body and movement is what we just did. It's the high-low. Okay. It's the same sort of principle. If you're Florentine, it's very easy. Haha. That's really all you have to do. People will look at this all day. Because no one expects you to hit them with the left hand, even if you're left-handed. And then everyone likes to look at the thing that's, you know, high up there and spinning. You just...
Ooh, shiny-itis.
Statue of Liberty. Arthur's claim to fame with Florentine. All right. Some of the better weapon fakes. You do a change-up. You're going over here like this, right? Like you're going to cross, throw the high cross. You can actually come back and invert it, pop the opposite shoulder. Whether or not you're going to be successful about this depends on where their shield placement is. For this to work, you either have to get the shield massively out of position, they need to be Florentine, or they need to suck real bad. Okay? So at kind of newer parks, this is gold. Just come like this, pop it, take the other shoulder. Very quick. If you've got bad wrists, bad elbows, or a bad shoulder, don't do that at all, ever. Just seriously, don't do it. You'll hurt yourself. It's also a good way to get these bad things. My possible favorite is the head-eye sweep. This shit's great. All right, I need a volunteer. Which one use up now?
You're on deck, bro.
Yeah, grab a sword and shield.
So you got a hat and glasses, so you're protected.
Take your hat and glasses off for
That just means that my nose is a lot more likely to get broken.
Have I ever broken your nose?
Not you.
Have I ever hit you in the face,
Oh,
though?
so different
Yes.
with
Okay,
those hat and 2 more steps forward,
Get
Kent.
it. Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Go ahead and for right now, your sword, your shield just low. Just let it hang. All right. The basic principle of this is that everyone has a, let's call it a bubble, a force field, if you will, about 18 inches from their body. If you violate that, they get a little freaked out.
Personal
They don't like
space.
it. Yeah, the personal space. They'll lock up. Now, actually, just interesting sort of cultural tidbit. This varies from race to race and culture to culture. All right. Chinese, Japanese, the Oriental cultures, much smaller. Okay, they live in very tight quarters. There's lots of them, especially in Japan. It's very tight. All right. Some cultures have worse, but America is pretty much the worst culture you'll find. We've got 18 inches. If you come within a foot and a half of me, you're violated my personal space, and that's just not right, and I'm going to freak out about it. I'm going to sue you. Pretty much. We're a very litigious society. Canadians are actually worse than us. Canadians have 22. All right.
What are you talking about, eh?
So basically, if I was within this distance of a Canadian, they'd be freaking out. Love Canadians.
Let's raid Canada Amp Guard.
Yeah, this is close range Canada. Yeah, if you ever fight any of the Wolfenfang people,
Yeah.
it's great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to violate Kent's personal space. Not your ass. That's personal space.
Kind of public, I heard.
It's like your storage. Shut up. We're going to violate it with a sword.
Even
All right.
better.
Start here, basic stance. We're going to extend. We're going to come across his eyes / nose. We're going to avoid hitting him in the head. Okay? Everyone is clear that we're going to... Huh? Everyone's clear we're going to avoid hitting him in the head, right? Avoid. Okay. We want to try this slow several times before we do it at speed, right?
Yes. Slow.
Okay, we're going to drill this. And remember, if you hit your opponent in the face, they'll probably be a little groggy and maybe hit you in the face next time. So, careful. Go forward, come across, come back, come down. And it's pretty involuntary. You blink. You can't help it. Not only do you blink, but your head rocks back a little bit, even if you're not necessarily in danger of being struck. Your head rocks back a little bit because you don't know that. You don't know that they have that control, and they are swinging at your head, you know, in all honesty. Shield, Same thing. Okay? Because most people don't have their shield in the right place to actually block the shoulder wrap. Most of them have to shrug it up a little bit. Or they just shrug in general. Shrugger. Right. But they're also less likely to shrug if you just swung at their head. So, come through, come around, he blinks, get up, skyhook, come down. Right? This is kind of like a magic trick. When people close their eyes, the world stops from their perspective. So in the time it takes him to blink and figure out what the hell's going on, I want to be back down. From his perspective, I swung at his head and hit him in the shoulder. He's not entirely sure how that happened. I'm sure he'll think about it and figure it out later. But I don't really care because he's dead. I'm going to move on. Okay. This is an involuntary reaction. It is very hard to break yourself of wanting to blink. I still blink if someone swings at my head. All right. I don't always do it. I've managed to break the habit for some of the time. A lot of the time, I just catch the shot in the eye. So you blink for a reason, it's to protect your eyes. Yeah, I got LASIK surgery, so go figure. All right, what we're going to do, whether they're sword and shield, single sword, sword and board, Florentine, whatever, I don't care. Start your normal stance. Push it forward. I don't want you to get really closer than about 6 inches. Come across, circle, come back down, wrap. Okay? And do it nice and slow to start off with. Do it as slow as you need to not hit them in the face. You will hurt people with this. You can catch their nose, you can move it to the side of their face. That's not pretty. Court's nose is big enough. Okay. Are there any questions before we start this? All right. Break up into groups. People you haven't alienated already.
And that one that you, Billy, the one that you hit me right here stung really bad.
Good. Yeah, but like, I do spin like that, but I'm just trying to.
That wasn't on tape, was it? Ow.
All right, how do people feel about that?
Oh, that was nice.
It's nice. You like that? Good feeling of control, isn't it? Like, I'm gonna make them close their eyes, I'm gonna rock their head back, and then I'm gonna pound them in the shoulder.
Definitely has the potential to go horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, but if it goes horribly wrong, it's their problem, not yours. You hit them in the face. It's not like you're getting hit in the face.
If it goes terribly wrong,
Don't block with your head.
Yeah, they're gonna be busy blinking and cursing.
Don't block with your head.
Hell, as a matter of fact, if you do hit them in the face, immediately stop the combat because you already fucked up what you were trying to do. So, please stop the combat. Just make sure they're okay, because after all, you don't want them to respond to you. That would be bad. They might hit you or something. It's like, wham! Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah.
And then kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you hit them, they're much more likely to fall for the fake the next time.
Reset and try it again. Just keep trying until you get it right. Eventually, they're going to have that flip so big that you just can't possibly hit them in the head anymore.
You have to really try.
Way, right? That's just the ultimate goal.
Yeah, whichever. If they want to run in fear instead of killing him, sure, maybe your kill count doesn't go up, but your field effectiveness is the same. All right, did anyone notice anything particular? Okay. Did anyone have any feedback on this? Any personal success or failure stories? First of all, show of hands. How many people were concerned you were going to get hit in the face? Go on, be honest. How many people actually thought they were going to get whacked in the noggin?
sorry.
All right. How many people actually got hit in the face?
Owned.
Percentages lower.
So,
Ironically, one of those people were one of the ones in fear of being hit in the head.
yeah. But my point is,
it does build the fear.
4 people thought that they might get whacked in the noggin. They were concerned about it. That dude's the only one who did. Who's your partner? Okay, it's his fault.
It's because I did it on purpose.
Oh, that doesn't count.
You can now officially refer to him as Asshat for his persona name.
Anyways, my point is, as much as you think that you're going to hit someone in the face doing this, it's really fairly safe.
One thing I noticed is that the vertical across the, or the horizontal, whatever, across the eyes directly, blinding their, or covering their entire field of vision works a lot better than like if you're doing a diagonal across. You just don't get the same reaction.
Yeah.
You have to pretty much block it out before you actually can use that
What will
shot.
actually happen is they'll attempt to focus on it, and then they'll attempt to defocus on it, because they're going to blink. So, in addition to having their eyes closed, their vision is actually going to be attempting to focus really quick. And your brain, turns out, doesn't work very well when you're trying to focus. You don't process those signals very well. When they were crossing your